Pleasantville. I am here today for the 2023 Valentine's Day episode. And to help me out, I've got two Peters. Peter Scherer, our mayor from Pleasantville, and Peter Chatzky, the deputy mayor from Briarcliff, our neighboring village. And today we're gonna have a little Valentine's Day competition. So before I introduce them to say a little something, we're gonna start with the first 9 questions on the board. Question number 1. What is the most common Valentine's Day gift?
Chocolate.
Jewelry.
And the number 1 answer is chocolate.
This is fixed. I never should have agreed to do this.
Sorry, Brian.
I knew it was set up.
Sorry, Briarcliff.
Why'd you tell me to say jewelry?
Peter Scherer, do you want to go for it?
I want to go for it.
And,
Well, I do.
Okay, hold on. I have to put. Hang on.
We didn't get this far. We're going for it.
Chatzky did get one. It was.
Can I ask one more question? I'm sorry to interrupt. Is there chocolate?
Yes, chocolate is on the board.
No.
Oh,
Here.
Yes, lots of
All
chocolate
right, what are you
just
doing with
for
it?
you.
What are you doing with this card that says
This is jewelry because he said jewelry. It's on the board as number 4.
So you gave him an answer to a question you didn't ask.
No, he answered it. He said
That's
jewelry.
such a Pleasantville thing to do.
Oh, I see. It's the 4th
It's
choice.
the 4th. There's 9.
Flowers must be number 2, right?
Oh, you are absolutely right.
Right.
Wow.
We're good.
Flowers
We're
is
good.
number 2.
Right.
Now, keep going. What else? There's 9 of them.
Cards.
Cards are not a gift.
Heart-shaped
on the board.
cookies.
Ooh, interesting. Let me see. Hold on.
Going deep into the
Hold
card
on.
stack.
Yes.
No food items, but
I don't know.
keep you.
Pass.
Well, you
Give him
get 3.
Don't pass to me.
What is the number 3 Valentine's
Doesn't matter. You
gift?
can do it any in order.
And it is not.
Anything.
It's not food. You're saying.
It could be food, but it's not a heart. It's not a. Yes. Keep going. Keep thinking.
Oh,
What
I
else
have
is there?
so many.
Chocolate, flowers, jewelry.
No hints. So obvious. So obvious.
A scarf.
A scarf, a clothing item.
Right,
Yes,
a clothing item, yes.
a clothing item. That is, one moment please. Clothes. Yes, number 7 is clothes.
Just saying, I don't want to interrupt, but every one of these items so far is available in downtown Pleasantville. Every one.
Ding, ding,
Every one.
ding.
I'm not sure in Briarcliff. I leave that to my esteemed colleague.
And that will be the follow-up question.
Okay.
All right, Peter Scherer,
All right.
you, Mr. Mayor, you
Yeah.
get 2 more
2 more.
questions.
Clothes
2
was
more
number
fails.
7.
But you get, and then he gets to go for the final. If you don't get all 9, it's Peter's turn.
Oh, sure.
All right, so keep going, dude.
So
I would give you this one for food, by the way. Romantic dinner.
I would have guessed that. I would have guessed that.
Man. Okay.
yeah, same story. I mean, my God, but Pleasantville has this.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
So
Time to
I
keep
don't want to
going.
guess anything that you couldn't buy in Pleasantville because that's not in my interest.
Right, of course.
So, I don't know.
What else can you get in Pleasantville?
What else
Do
can
the
you...
obvious one, a trip to Briarcliff.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Right?
You could call an Uber and wait half an hour and, you'd get there. It's okay. So
That's true.
Oh, right. You don't have busing.
what else?
What else? Think about our lovely streets in Pleasantville. What can you get on those streets?
Well, you can get, you can get eyeglasses and
Oh,
Is that
eyewear.
is
Yeah,
eyewear a Valentine's Day
no,
thing?
but we'll go with things for the home. Yes, that would work.
Yeah, like eyeglasses.
Yes.
She's
you need
I don't know about
say
these homes in
a
Pleasantville.
pretty flexible referee is my observation.
Yes. There's 2 more.
Things for the home.
You got 2 more, and you got. I'm gonna give you a 10-second countdown. 10.
Coins for the laundromat.
No, people don't want coins for the laundromat for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. Maybe money,
Yeah.
but no.
Tires.
Tires.
Right.
Ooh.
Imagine, right?
All
whatever.
right.
Your
Cheer.
loved one is
Wait,
like.
can I help you here?
Yeah.
All right, give it. Come on.
Okay.
I'm done.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's his turn,
I
and
know
if he
that.
comes up with one of the
It's
last
fine, no
2
problem.
answers,
I really hope he does. I hope so.
well, let's see.
I mean, I could say electronics because I can read it there, but I'm going to go with manicure, pedicure.
Ooh, was actually number 10, and it's not on the list. However, tell me a good place to get a manicure pedicure in Briarcliff.
Oh, there's so many. I believe we have at least 3 nail salons I can think of. It's almost the number one attraction other than real estate offices where we have
Could it
57.
be considered a unique experience? Why, yes, it can. Peter Scherer, can you think of something to do in Pleasantville that would be a unique experience? Like, do you think
could go to the largest table tennis club in the United States.
That is a unique experience.
That's
That
very
is
unique.
awesome. That is such a great idea.
Pleasantville, New York.
That's right. Now, Peter, what would you do on a romantic dinner with your wife?
Just being with my wife is romantic enough. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
I was thinking
I
about
love
the
Susan,
tires,
too.
right? You need new tires. You tell your spouse, we're getting new tires for Valentine's Day, right?
Yep.
Mavis Tire right here in Pleasantville. You could go across to Jean-Jacques. It has a little bit of a Gallic flair to it.
That's a
right?
really great idea. And Briarcliff also has a bakery too. I bet they have
In fact,
some
we
nice
have
things.
2 bakeries. We have one just dedicated to chocolate. There's the Briarcliff Baking Company. I might also take her to Squires, where we have the #1 rated burger in Westchester.
Really? Do they have live music too? I kind of recall that.
They have music occasionally,
Okay,
and more
okay.
importantly,
Great.
That would
they have
be
a full
unique
bar.
experience.
The
Full bar.
The good thing about Pub Street is you can get a fantastic burger, but you can also get a plant-based burger if that's what you're looking for. So,
Right,
I mean, we're very
right.
health conscious here in
We
Pleasantville.
are.
As are we.
also
We have a Mrs. Green's shopping center, featuring
Right.
Mrs. Green's, one of the
Right.
best natural.
It's off that congested highway, right?
It's off New York State Route 9A, where New York State is responsible for road maintenance.
I see.
But thank you for bringing that up.
Yes. Well, traffic is an issue, I'm
Yeah.
sure, in both villages.
Mostly because people are rushing to Briarcliff.
That could be true. That could be true.
On the way to the
they
Croton
could,
train station.
right, or they could be coming home from the Burns after seeing a fabulous film.
Which causes me to remind you that on Valentine's Day, they're showing Gregory Peck, Audrey Hepburn, Roman Holiday, and on Valentine's
That
Day,
sounds
gelato is being offered to filmgoers for free. So
That sounds
it's the
nice.
That is
70th
awesome. And
anniversary of that
speaking
romantic
of
comedy.
free on Valentine's Day, after those events, you might want to come to Briarcliff and sit by the water, the Hudson River, which we border. It's a lovely sunset. It's lovely. It's
Oh, I do love that little park.
it's a
right
natural
there.
amenity,
Yeah.
which we're really big
pretty
on.
nice.
a little hard to get to, but you can get there. I'll give you
it's-
that. I'll give you that one. I mean, we have waterfront property too. It's just that it's the Sawmill River, and it's not exactly romantic.
Also, you have waterfront if it rains right by the on the
Right,
hutch.
we're right outside here. We have a little creek that
Yeah.
runs next to
Well,
the
I mean,
Pleasantville pool.
that's because we are close to nature and we value that.
Now, can you think of a business that you have in Briarcliff that we don't have in Pleasantville?
I know we have a hardware store. You guys have a hardware store?
Well, I think that your wife, Susan Chatzky, would love hardware.
She's into tools.
She's really into tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I got her a,
Tells me all the time I'm a tool. She loves tools.
yeah, she really does. So, and how about you, Peter Scherer? Can you think of a store? I'm thinking of one in particular on Washington Avenue.
Yes.
That is near Vella Kitchen.
Yes.
That they don't have in Briarcliff.
You must be referring to the Village Bookstore.
That is
One of
correct.
our trademark downtown retail establishments, and one of the relatively few independent bookstores remaining in a world of the bigification of everything. Pleasantville is supporting an independent bookstore. Mm-hmm. It's a great spot.
I'll give you that.
right.
I love that. And truly, when I come to East Briarcliff, which is what we call Pleasantville, I sometimes do go to that bookstore on my way to Bella.
So just for our viewers to be aware, Deputy Mayor Chatzky of Briarcliff ate at Vella Kitchen last night.
I did. In
Because,
fact,
you know what?
This is, I've been there many times. This is a receipt from one time I went, and you'll notice it came out to 10510. So
Oh my
this
goodness.
may be why I love
That is
Bella.
interesting. That's your zip code.
Oh, that's funny.
So I mean, is that like manipulating the numbers the way Santos did to have all of his campaign expenses $199?
Listen, I don't know every resident of Pleasantville, so I'm not even sure who you're.
Speaking of campaigners.
I just need to explore
Yeah.
this one step further. Would you add a tip to a very small bill to make it $105.10, whatever it is. If the bill is $25,
yeah.
you'd have an 80 some odd dollar bill?
Briarcliff people are generous. We're known for that.
And we deeply appreciate having all these Briarcliff people. As I recall, it's a community with a very high average per
IQ
income. And we think of them as an important catchment area for our vibrant downtown.
It would be great if we could walk here. By the way, we should talk about finishing the sidewalk on
So
Pleasantville.
that's a whole different story, and that's one in which our forces could align.
Yeah.
For
Maybe a
Teamwork.
or a
Teamwork.
little
Perfect
shuttle.
for Valentine's
A little
Day.
shuttle that goes back and forth.
Let's get together and have lunch in Pleasantville and talk
look at
about
us
it.
You are romantic.
collaborating.
You're
That
romantic.
warms my heart on
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. Okay, so we also in Pleasantville have live music. We've got Lucy's. We've got they sometimes have live music at Soul Brewing. We have a brewery.
Yeah, and let me just point out there, Valentine's Day, you could go to a craft brewery named Soul. I mean, Soul. You could look into the soul of your loved one
Yes,
as
truly,
you enjoy Pleasantville-made craft beer. I invite Briarcliff folks who are probably starved for that kind of experience to cross the border and visit.
Listen, we have cornhole. You could look into the cornhole of your.
Cornhole.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure what you said. Look into the cornhole of I'm not
I
sure.
will leave
Well,
that.
those are unique activities.
I will be happy to leave
Definitely
that to
unique activities for sure. Okay, so one last question.
Yeah.
I spoke to both of your daughters,
Yeah.
and I asked them two-part question.
Oh dear.
One, what would your dad get you for Valentine's Day? And what would you actually want? Peter Scherer, that's you.
What did my daughter say I would get her for Valentine's Day?
What would she say?
I
you'd get
think she said I would get her a little Whitman sampler box. You know, those little, it sort of reminds you of your childhood.
her? Yes.
That's what I think she would say.
And that is correct.
Yes!
And is it what she wants?
I think she's okay with it. I do.
It is what she wants. Very good. Scherer, you know your kid.
Yeah. And I could have said tires, but I didn't think she would say tires.
Well, interestingly enough, that's a very you nailed it.
I mean,
And
headline news, Pleasantville nails it.
yes.
So
Now,
your
we
daughter
do
would be
also
happy with a
have-
little Whitman sampler.
That's because
Yes.
she's not focused on acquiring things. She's not,
Do you want to swap daughters?
Julia Chatzky,
Yeah.
I like your expensive taste.
All right, what did Julia, let's hear the...
Julia Chatzky would think that you're going to give her what?
I think she would think I would give her whatever it is she wants. Is that accurate? She would probably say...
From Briarcliff.
Oh, from Briarcliff? Wow. I think she would get confused and ask me if Desires by Michelet is actually part of Briarcliff. That would be her question.
Interesting. She would jump to Chappaqua. Fine jewelry. We have fine jewelry here too.
She's
Twin
like
Coolers.
she's like a
But I would
divining
say
rod for jewelry.
I am a big fan of Michelet.
Look, I want to say how deeply I respect your willingness to say that, to manifest the reality that all kinds of Briarcliff folks have to go elsewhere to get great things. And we are a beacon for you.
Yes.
East Briarcliff, we're big fans.
East
Yeah.
Briarcliff
Yeah.
and North Briarcliff in Chappaqua.
I don't
Is that
know.
Yeah.
North? It is
Yeah.
North, right? Okay.
I have no idea where I am now.
At Michelet.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
next time, I'm hoping
know.
we can do a Dueling Peters
is-
thing again, and maybe
Yeah.
next time we
Is
will
he
have it.
suggesting about annexing this community? Is that what he's suggesting? Is
I'm
that-
thinking we form a militia and take
militia,
over
standing
town of
army.
Mount. Yeah.
Well,
Standing army.
I mean, look, I'm from LA, so
Yeah.
it's real big.
Oh, no
so
kidding.
I'm used to driving all around. Oh,
Yeah.
no
I
kidding.
didn't know you were from LA. Do you know Claire Lizebnik?
I do. That's how I met him. And honestly, thank Peter Chatzky because he's the reason that I live in Pleasantville.
Yes. Thank me.
Thank him.
You're welcome.
Or kick him in the.
All right, so there's more to this story than I knew.
By the way,
Yes.
also the reason you don't live in Briarcliff. so it works perfectly.
Actually, I met this guy and decided that Pleasantville is the place to be. Only because I think that my dog can beat him in the next election. But that I
So
digress.
I have invited the dog, Hamlet, to be the mayor whenever Hamlet wants. And it's pretty clear that Hamlet has a way with people, and that
yes,
is a great
yeah,
gift.
He's a fan too.
Yeah. It's going to be a win.
Okay, and then I guess that's all I've got for today. But
So is there are we going to declare a winner? No problem if we don't, but I think it feels like Pleasantville seems like we're
Well, I think that right at the moment we have a lot to offer, and as a person that shops in both towns, because I like to get my hair blown out at D19 Hi Ladies, and I do get all of my prescriptions in Briarcliff at Value
so
Drug.
that I will tell you, and I'm happy to advocate that folks go to Value Drug. It was a blow, as everyone knows, when Pleasantville Pharmacy closed up, and that all went Walgreens words. So we've got the bookstore, they still got a pharmacy, and we each need to cross the border to support those guys.
That's right. That is absolutely right. So I think the summary is shop local, eat local, shop local, right?
Local.
And eat. Gift cards.
Yeah.
Kimberly House. Wondrous Things.
Rhododendron.
Glass onion.
But let me just say, Valentine's Day, Pleasantville. Pleasantville. So
He's really pushing.
brewing, free gelato at Roman Holiday.
Gelato.
Audrey Pepper and Gregory
Yes.
Peck.
All this sounds terrific.
It does.
It makes up for all the other problems
Right.
here. Come to Dive Bar, have a drink, drink your sorrows away.
Right. We have steak. You have oysters.
I think we do have oysters. I know they have great martinis.
Now they have oysters, clams and oysters at Pub Street. I don't want to leave people with the impression.
And they have great martinis at Lucy's.
Yeah, I don't want to leave people with the
Martini
impression that you
Monday.
can't get
Not quite
shellfish.
done.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we could go on and on
We could.
forever. But I just want to thank you for coming by. I'm hoping that we can make this another episode of Dueling Peters maybe once again.
Yeah.
And I'll come up with some new fantastic questions for you guys about your villages.
Yeah.
So next time maybe, you can...
We could have an in-depth Family Feud style discussion about stormwater, sewers, and water supply.
And traffic.
No, let's skip that.
Okay.
Let's do water supply.
Goodbye, Pleasantville.
So much fun. So much fun.
I'm not from California.
I'm sorry, was Peter? Peter? Nice to meet you.
Peter, this is Peter.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Just call me Peter.